Good evening all, welcome to Pantech Internship. So today we are going to see about data science. It's one of the most important technology in nowadays. So we'll see about what is data science and what are the use of data science. Okay, and we will see some technical part also, some of the basic packages of the data science and all. Okay, so this program is conducted by Vidya Institute of Technology, and it's all about data science using Python. And moreover, thanks for this wonderful webinar, conducting this wonderful webinar for the college Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, and faculty members, coordinators, and then HODs of the department and principal of the college. Okay, so thanks for this wonderful webinar. And let me enter into the session about data science. So data science is nowadays one of the most promising technology. We need data scientists, we need for all the areas, like detecting the problems in your company, and we need to analyze those problems and how we need to rectify those problems, and all means we need this data science. So data science is all about we will see about those things and all, but before that I need to tell about our Pantech solution. Our profile is like we are origin from 2004 and 7 branches, 1,100 plus employees and 1,200 plus workshops we conducted, even though now it's going on. And our main portfolio is like research and development for industries project, and then faculty development programs, hands-on training workshops and internships and in-plan training, short-term course, value-added course, and academic project training. We have separate pro yet, and then customized design service and state-of-the-art and research and development. Okay, so this is our main portfolio, and we are not only doing those things, and we are connecting even more easy and triple domains and CSE and IT domains projects also related to Internet of Things and artificial intelligence and embedded system and robotics, VLSI or FPGA or TMS processors and image processing, OpenCV, and then network simulation, power electronics and electric vehicles. Okay, so this and all domain we are connecting the projects for easy and triple domains, and we are having even CSE and IT domains also, like big data, data analytics, Internet of Things, Python, Android Kotlin, and Android application development, and data and image, text mining, cloud computing and mobile computing, those areas. Okay, so this is the most these are the areas we are covering. Let me enter into the session. Okay, what is data science and how we will use the data science currently, and what are the free source available for data science project things and all. Okay, so here the table of contents, like introduction to data science. First of all, we will see about introduction to data science, and the next thing, what are the applications of data science. Okay, this is one of the most important thing. Why? Because when we are entering into the data science, we have vast, okay, not only this is the most large things. Okay, so it's they have variety of things like machine learning, we have deep learning, we have data analytics, we have, okay, we have variety of domains are there in data science. Okay, we will see one by one, and we will see the applications of data science, and what are the tools we need to use, and what are the libraries we need to use for data science. Okay, let me see about those things, and then we will see some steps. Okay, some data science steps, and we will see how we need to do those data science projects and all. Okay, so this is the table of contents in today's session we are going to cover. So check it out for your understanding. Let me enter into the first table of content, the introduction to data science. Okay, so introduction to data science. So data science is the study of data. Okay, so nowadays each and everything will be predicted based upon the data only. Okay, if you take even normal smart watches, or if you are taking even normal true wireless bands or any other electronics goods, it will be have some data. Okay, so the data involves the some methods like for recording or storing or analyzing the data for the information, extracting some information. Okay, so for example, you are owning one company as a startup company, means you need to develop those company as a big company, means you need to focus on what are the problems with you. Okay, so how you need to rectify those problems. Okay, so for those kind of things you need some data. Okay, so definitely those data will be available with you. So using that data you need to find your solution. Okay, you need to find your solution, what type of data, what are the things we need to do for the next step of process to improve your company. Okay, so to find the solution means, at the time to finding the solution, at the time you will use some other techniques. Those techniques is called as a data science techniques. Okay, whether it should be in the like just plotting the graph, or whether if you need to predict an output result you need to use a machine learning type of algorithm, or if you need to do some other deep learning type of projects. So like those things we need to use in by using those data. Okay, so the goals of data science is to gain the insight and knowledge from the any type of data, whether it should be in the form of structured or unstructured. Okay, structured or unstructured. Okay, structured and unstructured means you need to know about those things. So if your data with have detailed information, for example like serial number and name and detail of the patient and symptoms of the patient, like that, if you have some information of like correct information of your data in data frame type or any other type, means that is called structured data. Okay, that is called structured data. That is called structured data. And if you see about unstructured data, means like it should be not in the structured manner. Okay, so if you see the data, for example, you can take it as a HTML file. Okay, you will be have information, some information also, and you will be have some tags also, tag. Okay, so like this, if you have any data, means that is in the form of unstructured data. The next one, where we will use data science. Okay, here you can see the data science is the center of the position. So whatever you are doing, the data science is the important technique. Okay, so for example, if you take a marketing side for understanding the customer details, or for to find the metrics of that matter, or you need to translate some non-technical audience, or you need to ask some questions and answers. So for those types also we need data science. And if you go with hacking and coding also, you need some information like SQL type of data information, or you need to get some right data with privacy information and those things and all. And if you need to statistics view, that if you are view any graphs, or if you are view any statistical value of your data, of your information, you need to use those things. Okay, so most importantly we are using this data science part in all the domain, for machine learning, for traditional research, for data engineer. So data science is one of the important technique. Okay, So here, why the hype around data science? Okay, why we started to use data science and why we started to learn the data science? Okay, so why means, according to the IBM the one of the result, that is one of the research result, IBM predictor in 2020 we need 28%, that is data science will be soared by 28%, and in 2012, okay, but currently 35,000 only, but in 2020 we need like 28%, and we need more amount of software engineer in common starting point for a professional, and top 5 fasting growing jobs today. Okay, so that is data science is the one of the most important jobs by growing today. Okay, so if you need like machine learning or deep learning or big data analysis, okay, so those are the some of the important techniques for in the data scientists. Okay, so that's why the hype created around the world, and most of the persons are started to learn data scientist. And here, who are data scientists? So we have, like, they will call us a data, someone will be called as a name data engineer, and someone will be called as a name data analytics, and someone will be called as a data scientist. Okay, so here, what is the main difference between data scientist, data engineer and data analytics means? Okay, suppose if you are taking the last one, data science analytics, also known as a business analytics, that is the person who will be work, that is data scientist, sorry, data analytics skills need like statistics, communication and business knowledge. Okay, so the person data analytics will be work both the side, both the business side and then both the statistics side. Just they will use some plotting, and they will use some Excel sheet, like that they will work on it. But if you take a data engineer, okay, so they are very well in programming skill and then mathematics skill and in big data side. Okay, so big data science means who use the computer science like to help the process largest data set. Okay, so typically they will focusing on doing some process with a large type of data set, that is database administrator and data architects. Okay, so data engineering is working under side of like administrator, okay, or data manipulating or some other things. But here becomes data scientist. So data scientist known as a data managers or statisticians. So basically he will know the mathematics and programming skill and well communications. So like programming skills means you need to learn SQL, Python or any other languages. So using those things you need to predict some result, that is problem result you need to predict by using this data scientist. Okay, so this is the basic difference between data scientist and data engineer and data analytics. And we'll be move on to the application. What are the application we need to do in this data science? So one of the application is security. Okay, so security wise we need to check, for example, like you can take it as a cyber security, like those things and all. So in cyber security means you need to protect your personal information in the cloud or some other way. Okay, so we need to protect the cyber security side. You need to act means it will be data science is one of the application. And sports, okay, sports sides means normally you can take the football or cricket. Okay, so at the view, if you are watching in TV, they will give some statistic information. Previously the team played like this, now the currently play like this. So like that they will show some graph result, or they will show some statistical result, those things and all. So that and all by data science only. And then finance, okay, like stock market prediction or Bitcoin value predictions, currency, cryptocurrency value predictions, those things and all we can learn by using data science. And Skype translator. Okay, suppose not only Skype translator, you can take the things like what is that live translator. Okay, live captcha. In Android mobile phones currently it's came for newest version, captcha, right? Live captcha. So what you are talking, automatically it will be detect and take it as a words, that is English, it will be give as subtitles. So those things and all we are using the applications of data science. Okay. Now we are entered into the topic important libraries tools for data science. Okay, what are the important libraries tools for data science? So here one of the most important library topics is like NumPy, numerical Python, and next one pandas, okay, and scikit-learn. So this was one of the basic library package. If you wanna do some process with array value or multi-dimensional type of things, means you need to use NumPy. If you need to use like series type of data set or data frame type of data set or 3D type of data set, means you need to use pandas. And scikit-learn is one of the most important package used to do machine learning process and all. Okay, so NumPy, pandas, scikit-learn are the one of the library packages for data science. Not only those things, we have even matplotlib. Okay, name itself we have a suggestion to plot the graphs. Okay, if you need to plot any graphs, you can use matplotlib. And Keras and TensorFlow. Okay, so Keras is the API to build the neural network algorithms, and TensorFlow is to execute your compilation, that is training of neural network algorithm, those things and all. Okay, so generally TensorFlow is invented by Google and especially for deep learning purpose. And most of the, not only for deep learning purpose TensorFlow available, we have a lot of most are available, but TensorFlow is one of the famous one and one of the most fastest one compared to any other packages. Okay, so Keras and TensorFlow. Then if we see one by one what is NumPy and what is sklearn and those things and all. So NumPy is the library of Python. It's mainly for programming language for adding a large multi-dimensional array or matrix. Okay, multi-dimensional array, matrix array for large collection of high-level mathematical functions are available in NumPy. Okay, so if you want to do multi-dimensional array, or if you want to do mathematical calculation of high level mathematical calculation, means you can use the NumPy. Then we have sklearn package. So sklearn is one of the package I already told you it's used for machine learning. So it's a free software for machine learning, and you just want to install the package in your Python. So it can be various features like classification type of algorithms, regression type of algorithm, or clustering type of algorithm with the Python numerical and scientific libraries. Okay, so these are some of the basic information about NumPy and sklearn. Now we'll see about pandas and matplotlib. So pandas is the software library. It's written from the Python programming language only, and mainly it's used for data manipulation, that is deleting some rows or columns in your data set, or removing some null values, or replacing some null values. If you want to do those things, you need to do. Or if you have a data, you need to read that data in HTML format or text type of format or comma separated value, that is CSV file, means you need to use pandas. Okay, in mostly it will be used for data structure operation for manipulating the numerical table as a time series. Okay, so especially it's used for data structure. If you have a structure type of data, and you can read by using pandas as a data frame, and then you can do your process. Then matplotlib. So matplotlib is one of the plotting library for the Python programming language. It's especially for it plot the graph with the combination of NumPy. Okay, so NumPy you can not only use it for array value, you can use it for even combination of NumPy and matplotlib. You can plot the graphs also. Okay, The next one, TensorFlow and Keras. So TensorFlow is one of the open source software library for programming across the range of tasks. That is, it symbolically it will be work for math libraries and also used for machine learning applications such as neural networks. Okay. Then Keras is a open source neural network library file and it's running on the top of the TensorFlow. So whenever you are using the Keras, whenever you are importing some package using Keras, automatically you will be get a notification like TensorFlow will be as a backend, running as a backend. Okay, so I already told you not only TensorFlow, we have some other tools also like Theano or MXNet are mainly focused for this purpose only. Okay, so this is the TensorFlow and Keras. And then what are the what are the tool you need to use for those? We already seen about TensorFlow, Keras, Pandas, Matplotlib and NumPy, sklearn and all. So if you want to if you want to use those tools, you need to use some other, ideally like Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab. Okay, so this is cloud based. Google Colab is a cloud based. Okay, so you just search it on Google Colab, then you will be get an link for creating a new notebook file. That is, it's like a new Python file. Generally they will call as a notebook file. You can create a new notebook file and you can run the files and get an output result. If you need this Jupyter Notebook, means you need to install the software. The software name is Anaconda Navigator. Here you can see this is the software you need to install to run this Jupyter Notebook. But both are same file only. The extension is IPYNB file. Okay, interactive Python notebook file. So you can use that file. Okay. Now, what are the steps involved in the data science? Okay, the steps involved in the data science is like gathering the data. Okay, so if you wanna gathering the data, first of all you need to gather the data from the online source or real-time data set. Okay, by real-time means you need to do some process like web scraping or using any cloud. You need to do those process gathering the data, then import the package, like what are the package you need to process those data. Like if it is a CSV file, you need to use Pandas, or if it is any other file, you need to use particular file reading file package name and you need to import. So import package. And data analysis is nothing but how many rows, how many columns, or whether we have null values available in our data set or not, like those things we need to do. Then data visualization, just plotting the graphs. Then data pre-processing. Data pre-processing is nothing but whenever you are trying to do some process with your data, you need to first check whether your data will be available in the form of numerical value or categorical value or text value. Okay, if it is a categorical value or if it is a text value, you need to convert those data into an like numerical type. Okay, so that's why we are using this data pre-processing. Not only for this step, you need to find whether your data have any outliers in your data set or not, or you need to find whether your data set in balanced manner or imbalanced manner. Like those purpose, you need to use data pre-processing. Then model selection. So based on the data, you need to select the model, which type of model you need to use. Whether it's a classification type of data set, means you need to use classification type of algorithm. If it is a regression, we need to use regression type of algorithm. Or if it is an unsupervised learning, clustering type or association type, means you need to use those type of things. Okay, so that is the use of data pre-processing. Then model selection. Model selection is now only I told model selection. Then next one, training and testing the model. So after you selecting the model, first of all you need to train the model. Then only model will be learned from that input data. Then after you are training the model, you need to give the test data to predict an output of your input data. Okay, so this is the way you can test and model. If it is done properly, means it's not a problem. suppose if you are getting the result accuracy result as a low, otherwise if you are getting accuracy result as a like it's a underfitting, your model will be underfitting or overfitting, means you need to do some process like hyperparameter tuning or some other tuning, and you need to predict an correct output result. Okay, so these are the way you need to these are the steps you need to do for data science, like gathering data, importing package, data analysis, data visualization, data pre-processing, model selection, train and testing, and evaluation. Okay, so I hope everybody will understood about these steps. Okay, then let me enter into the technical part, and I will show you some of the sample notebook for pandas, numpy, and matplotlib, how we are working on that. Okay. Here we have a numpy. Okay, so numpy, we already know what is the numpy. Here you can see, if you need to create a anything using numpy means, okay, you need to use, for example, if you need to create an array using numpy means, you need to first of all import the package. What the package means? Import numpy as np. Okay, so this is the way you need to import the package. So import numpy, I am importing the package, then I am save it in one name as a np. Okay, so if I execute this line, and after that if I want to try to create an array value using this numpy only, I will create an array. So here you can see, using numpy I am creating an array value, and I am including the what are the names we are having in array value, like 10, 20, 30, 40. These are the names of array values. Okay, so if you run this cell, and if you are using if your print means, here you can get an array values 10, 20, 30, 40 and all. Okay, so like this you can create your array values by using this numpy. Okay, suppose if you need to check the numpy directory, you can use dir, and if you check the numpy means, you will be get n number of functions using numpy. Like here you can see we have lot of things. Okay, not only like this. So suppose if you need to use any parameter, you can check by using this, and you can use that parameter. Okay, so it's a most n number of parameters are available. Okay, so as a data scientist, you need to know some few parameters, that's enough. Okay, we don't need to know all the parameters. It's not a problem. Why? Because here you can see, for example, if you need to use this one, okay, otherwise this one, if you need to use this one n dimensional, you can use like this, a dot n dimensional. So we run, it's a single dimensional array, so that's why we are getting here n dimensional. So here we already use it. Here you can see n dimensional. Then shape. So shape also keyword which available in here only. So here you can see shape, right? Here also we have a shape. So if I use shape, I will be get an output like shape of my array value, how many rows and how many columns in my array value. Then if you need to check the type, data type of your array value, it's a integer 32 type. Okay, it's a integer 32 type. So like this, numpy array are actually support more than one integer type and one floating point type also. Okay, with support of signed and unsigned, that is minus signed and unsigned means minus and plus. So we can applicable for 64-bit integer and 16 or 32 or 64-bit floating points also. Okay, So this is the way you can create your NumPy package. And not only this one, if you check this direct dir, you will be have like some other functions also, like range function. Okay, here you can see range function, arrange. So arrange is one of the most important function in NumPy. So if you use arrange function, then you will pass the parameter means, okay, you will be get an output result. Suppose you can use tab button means automatically it will be give the suggestion. Okay, just wait a minute, we need to pass some parameters 10. If I execute this line, I will be getting an output like this. Okay, so 0 to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, so like that I will be get the numbers. Suppose if you need up to 20 also you can use 20, but always last one should be an n-1. Okay, that one is important. The next one, here you can see from starting value, ending value, and then skipping value. So if I use this one, you will be getting starting value as a 3. Why? Because we assigned here 3. Then I skipped 2 value, right? 4. Then I am using 5. That is 3 included, 4 2 values completed, then 5 is printing. Then 5 included, 6 7. Like this I can skip the value. So if I up to 12, why? Because I am giving here ending value as a 12 only. Okay, so if you are giving here ending value is 20 means up to 13 it will be print the output. So that is the use of range function. And here we are having even float values also you can print. Like if you are giving 1.2 to 4.4 and 0.1 is the skipping value means first it will print a 1.2 and 1.3 and 1.4, 1.5 like this. So suppose if I give here instead of this 0.2, you will be get a 1.2, 1.4 like this, those things. Okay, so this is one of the another useful function using arrange, that is linspace. Okay, linspace also you can define like this. Okay, previously you defined like this, like 1.2 to 4.4. so if I give like same values in linspace, you will be see what is the output you are getting now. I am getting the error point launching linspace safely. That is object type float cannot be safely interpreted as an integer. So we need to give as a integer type only. Okay, like if I give here 2, I am getting an output result to 1.2 to 4.4. Okay, so that is just skipping. So whenever we are using a skip, you need to use an integer type only. So I am running the cell previously what we are having here. Okay, so 11.1 and 2 like this I am getting an output result. Okay, so this is the way you can define your output. Here we have even lock space also. This is the lock space output value. And if you need to create a zeros also, you can create a zeros. If you are giving 10 means 10 zeros it will be print. If you are giving ones 5 means it will be print the 5. But note one thing guys, zeros and 1 will be available. There is no like 2 3, if you want to print 2 3 and all, it's don't available. Okay, so that is important. Then next one we'll see about that's about introduction to Python NumPy. When I will show you how we can use pandas. Okay, so basically pandas have 3 data structure. Okay, pandas will be have 3 data structure. The first one is series type, the next one is data frame type, and last one is panel. Okay, series type means it will be in the form of 1D, that is homogeneous type, like this. It's a like this type only, it will be called as a series type. And generally 2D type is nothing but it's have a size of mutable tabular structure with a potentially heterogeneously typed column. That is, you will be have a data set in the form of like heterogeneous type. So here you can see we are having an output on data set. This is the data frame type. It's a heterogeneous, not a homogeneously. Okay, it's a heterogeneously typed column. Now last one is panel type. So panel type is nothing but it's a 3D labeled. It's also size as a mutable array only, but it's a 3D labeled. Okay, so we will not see about the first one and third one. We will see about the second one, data frame. So first of all, I need to import the data set. Import pandas as PD, the data set which we need to import. And here I am using one of the data set. It's available or not, first we will see. Regular season compare. Okay, it's available. Okay, now I am reading that reading that CSV file. After reading, if I use head is the function to display the first file in your data set. Here we are having a data set like this. Okay, so the data set is all about sample data set only. Okay, like season, day num, and weather team, and W team, W score, L team, L score, and W log and number. Okay, that is win and lose team scores and values. Here I am having some sample data. Okay, so head is the function to display first file, and tail is the function to display last file. Okay, tail is the function to display last file. Suppose if you are entering any numerical value here, it will be give only according to that only. So 1 means 1. Suppose if you are giving here 10 numerical value, it will be printed here. Okay, so like this way you can print your data frame method, head and tail method. Okay, so here I am having a shape we already know what is the use of shape. In previously we seen in NumPy also. So shape is used to find the how many rows and columns in your data set. Okay, so here I am having a totally rows and columns like this is the total number of rows and columns. Totally I am having like 1,45,289 and then 8 column means this one 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so this is the way you can find your shape of your data set. And then if you need to convert your all the columns into the list, you can use toList function. Okay, you can convert your all the columns. And then describe is generally for statistical view. For statistical view, so what is the count value and what is the mean value, what is the standard deviation value, what is the minimum deviation value. Okay, so like that you can find the using describe function. So if you need to check maximum, like that is if you use maximum function, what is the maximum value available in all the things. Okay, you can get the output. So here also we are getting a maximum value, but you can find especially using this maximum function. And if you need to particularly in this column you need to find the maximum also, you can find by using the column name. So whenever you need to take a particular column, you need to use like this only. Okay, so and then you can use the maximum, and you need to find the mean value means you can find the minimum value like argmax or value count, like those things we can use by using this value. Okay, then how we can access the values? By using ILock. So in order to get the attributes about the like game, we need to use ILock function. Okay, ILock is the function. It's definitely one of the more important function in pandas core frame. Okay, using that function, if you want to particular data, okay, if it is an integer index or rows, or you want to access you need to use ILock function. So generally what is the full meaning of ILock is integer location based indexing for selecting by position. Okay, integer location based indexing for selecting the Python. Okay, integer based, generally integer location. Okay, so here you can see I am using ILock function and I am going to pass particular column name, that is W score argmax. Okay, argument max. So I am getting here output result argument max. Okay, like this. If we need to see the like here you can see this also argument max. Okay, so particularly this is the way you can see the argument max. Then you can use like this also. So argument max we already know 24970th index value. Okay, 24970th index value is my argmax. Now what I am going to use means in that 2497 index value, particularly you need the score value of 140 also. You can check by using this like this. Okay, suppose if you need to see particularly this column value also, you can see. So previously we seen only argmax value of L score value. Now here you can mention the particular index values also. You can get an output result. Okay. Then if you are using this ILock, then 0, 3 means it will be print up to 3. That is first 3 value in your data set. 0 index value in your data set. 0, 1, 2 like this. Okay. Then if you are using only lock, so what is the difference between ILock and lock means if you are using lock, it will be give the output result in the form of like this, and it will be give the output result in the form of like this. Suppose if you are changing this ILock into 5 and if you are running this hell means it will be give like this output function. Okay. So if I use lock function, if I print like this also. So this is the basic difference between lock and ILock. Then here you can see the faster version uses in okay. So here you can use using lock functions also. Okay. So what is the basic things is using lock you can print the location, but using ILock you can index the location. Okay, that is integer location. Okay, that is the basic difference between lock and ILock. Then if you need to do any sorting, okay, you can use like this sort values dot head sorting. It will be sort the values. Okay, so for suppose if you need to sort only the L score, so generally default sorting is from lower to higher. Okay, that is 20, 21 for the first 5. Here you can see I am using a head function as the first 5. Okay, suppose if you want to filter the rows, you can give like this also, greater than 150 or less than 150. You can filter the columns and rows and all. So like this you can do with your pandas code frame, and you can do whatever you need. Okay, so these are some of the steps. Okay, so this is the use of pandas, and we have matplotlib also. So matplotlib I already told you it's just for plotting the graphs. Okay, here I am going to import the package, import matplotlib and matplotlib inline. So if you wanna, it's a basic plot only. If you want to just plot any based on your data, if you wanna plot any simple graph means you can use basic plot plot and then you can check the output result. So this is the use of basic plot. Just what you are giving, entering in the data, you will be get an output result based on the basic plot. Okay, then you can use like two x value and y values also. Okay, if you are giving x value, y values according to the x axis 3.3 and 3. 3.3 starting and 3. So like that it will be give the plot. And suppose we already know what is the use of linspace. We previously seen in NumPy, and here we have using sin theta. So if you are using sin function and linspace, if you are plotting the x and y also, you will be get a graph like this. So like this way you will be get an output result using matplotlib. Okay, anybody have any doubt, you may ask the comment section. I will reply you for your questions. Okay, anybody have any doubt up to this, you may ask in our comment section. I will tell you some of the information to you. Okay, what is the better one, Jupyter or Anaconda Navigator? It's a better one is actually in Anaconda Navigator only we are having a Jupyter notebook application. So you need to install Anaconda Navigator, then only you will be get a Jupyter notebook. Okay, that one is important. And those who are newly to this webinar and this channel, please subscribe the channel and hit a bell icon. How about using Google Colab? Yeah, we can use Google Colab. For example, if you need to open Google Colab, you can just open your Google like that, Google Colab, then you just click enter. So if you are clicking this notebook option, automatically your notebook will be created, and you don't need to install any packages. For example, here I am using the NumPy package, matplotlib, pandas and all. Okay, but it's a basic package. Defaultly it's available in Anaconda Navigator. If you need to use Keras and Tensorflow package and all, it won't available in defaultly. So we need to install the package. So if you want to install those package, you need to use the command like this: pip install Keras. Like this you need to install, use this command, and you need to run the cell. Suppose if you are using Google Colab, those things and all we don't need. Okay, we can easily import all the packages without installing any packages. Why? Because it's already predefined. Some of the most important packages are already predefined. We can install directly. So that is the use of those things. Any other doubt? What is the difference between data analytics and data scientists? Data analytics is like we need to just using your data. What is your data available with you? Using that data, you need to do some plotting, you need to do some visualization. But data scientist will be look through the problem of that company and then need to overcome the problem with that company. For example, you need to predict an output result by using any type of algorithm, machine learning or deep learning algorithms, like those things. Okay, so that is the basic difference between data scientist and data analytics. Any other doubt from your side, you may ask using your comment box. I will reply you for your doubts. So those who are those who want to like need to study data scientist, okay, you need to learn nowadays using Julia programming language. Don't use Python programming language. Okay, I think Julia programming language will be coming days. It will be most preferable compared to Python. Why? Because Julia programming language is mostly used for there is mainly they invented for performance, speed performance. So compared to Python, the performance of Julia programming language is higher. Okay, so those who are beginner, please I recommend you to learn Julia programming language with Python. Okay, so that's it about today's session, guys. I hope everybody will understood about the session, and if you like this video, please hit a like button, and it will be useful for us. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and hit a bell button. You will be get a notification. What is the difference between data science and machine learning and AI? Actually, data science is the technology. In that only we are having machine learning and AI. So AI is the subset of machine learning and deep learning. Generally, machine learning is used for prediction purpose, and deep learning is used for also prediction purpose only. But if you have a large amount of data set, we need to use deep learning, and if you have a low amount of data set, you can use machine learning. But always AI is the subset of machine learning, and machine learning is the subset of deep learning. Okay, so thank you for all attending this wonderful webinar. And if you need any internships, or if you need any webinar like this for your college or any other faculty development program, you may contact to this number, Mr. Sendil Kumar, Mr. Srinivasan and Mr. Kumarasamy. Okay, so they will help you regarding this. So thank you for attending this wonderful webinar. Thank you all. We'll see you on another nice session. Thank you.